What's going on, everybody? Good evening. It is like Christmas Eve here tonight. We're going to get it rolling. Just throwing my DeWiz on. I want to make sure I have this on today. Working on some stuff. So, again, I like this aid because I can just throw it on. I don't have to look at it right now, but I can go back through and kind of monitor the swings later as we go through. So, figured we're going to throw it up. We're going to do a little Augusta here tonight. You know, I don't see what else we would do as we go through. So decided to fire it up. Got it on here. Now, one of the things that's really cool, they've added when you go in, if you haven't seen this, it's not on every course, but like they have the ranges for the course. So obviously this is the range at Augusta. Kind of got the double fairway thing going on. And yeah, so you can kind of hit at them. The one thing I will say, if the people that design this ever do listen, the one thing that you get is like I'll move it on the range. I'll move my target, and it goes back to where it was. So like if you move it to one of these greens, it doesn't stay there. So only bad thing about it, but then you can just click tee off right away. It's going to take us to the course, and it's pretty quick when it does that. It loads the course up in the loading time. So here we go. Augusta National back tees. Thursday pins are set. So you can see we got all the stands and stuff too. That's pretty sweet. So again, kind of we'll take a look at everything, and just it's literally like Christmas. It's like the start of the golf season here. So we'll go through everything. For me, this hole, it's anything to the left. That bunker right is dead. So, I don't have the distance to get over it. Nobody does anymore from this tee. But we're going to play that, just kind of try to tumble one out there. And so anything left, this one's going to be a little left. But, you can at least play from here. Maybe not, right behind a tree. That's a well-planted tree. If I was playing this for real, what I would do, well, I guess we are playing for real. What we're going to do, the way I would approach Augusta is, can I survive, basically, 1, 2 you can get a little bit. We're just going to pitch it out. Just get it in play. Not really much to do there. One thing I could try to do there is hook one hard, but you're coming off of a lie that's not going to give you a lot of spin. So what more times than not happens there, you try to hook it, and it just goes dead straight, and then you're in the other trees. So we don't want to do that. We've got pitching wedge. Let's see here. 136. Trying to fly it. So this is a back right pin. We talk about it a lot. We do have the greens on firm. So right there, especially with that tee shot, you're not too upset about bogey as you get off to the first hole. You're just like, hey, let's not make a triple, which does happen. Where you're kind of chipping it around the green and stuff. Very easy. So, again, I think there's something to be said for, I think there's like the phrase, hey, you can't birdie them all if you don't birdie the first. I like to look at it more like, let's just get into the round. There's something to be said, hey, I'm not going to do anything crazy yet because I don't have a feel. Yeah, maybe you hit range balls and stuff, but you don't have a feel for your round yet and what's going on. Driver, really trying to draw it. If I can, didn't get the draw. Kind of hit it a little towards the toe side. Right. But you can see, you get it down that right side. And now you got to look down the fairway, pin in the back left. So as we talked about in our series, you really got to make sure you're just paying attention to where the pins are. Always looking for the pins. Pin on the left, so I got to go out to the right. Maybe not that far right, but it's Augusta. You're okay. I think we're on the, I don't know what hole that is. 7 maybe? Maybe I'm coming up 8. Actually, I think that's 8 coming back. So you can see, like, that's one of the appeals as well at Augusta is, like, it's kind of like an open playground. Like, you can play it to anywhere. You know, it's just kind of all fairway and light rough. So, all right, here we go. We got to get this ball back there. Let's see if we can. Let's take a look at the green. Big thing is, as we're looking at the green, we want to see where our, we're trying to figure out, there we go, thank you. We are trying to figure out where we can land here. So, looks like we're going to want to take it in a couple yards short. It's a pretty severe upslope. Because of that, we do not want to come up short. We don't want to go long. So the way I like to play these shots, I like to hit them lower and try to bounce them back there. And the greens are set to firm. And then go from there. So question, Peter, how do you set the target? So I'm using the Roxor golf box. So you're just moving left and right. That would be the same as like the arrow keys on a keyboard. So you're just moving it left, moving it right, holding it down. So here we go. We're going to try to hit a little low one. I'm going to try to land at like 80 and coming in lower. Only went 70. So now it's got to dig. Stay. Yeah. Just, you know, again, a little bit worried about trying to go all the way up that hill. So I am interested. I wanted to play this tonight. Again, I'm such a big nerd on the Masters. I wanted to see, you know, where the pins are and stuff for the rounds. See what they are tomorrow. Like I said, I was such a nerd as a kid doing this. So yeah, so here I'm hitting like the move up, move down button. That's the same as being like an arrow key. Okay, so we got this pin extraordinarily front right. That changes things. So I think if you have the pin in the front, we'll see if I'm right, but my guess is you're going to have more people laying up when it's up front. They're not going to hit driver and try to get close. Now, when it's on the left side, you probably will, but the front right, I feel like you're going to try and lay back so you can hit something with some spin in there. Pulled it really bad. Somehow. Oh no, we hit every tree. So what you don't want to do is leave yourself 180 yards uphill out of semi-rough, because this is going to be fun. Yeah, so hopefully as you saw the series that we did, you know, you saw like the difference from like me hitting shots in where, like, you know, I'm not a short hitter, but I am nowhere near the tour long, right? Like, at all. That was a really good swing. I like that swing. That was a 6-iron, by the way. Trying to have it kick left, which I thought it would. And I got that wrong. So now this looks fun. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I might be wrong on the layup. If the green's this flat up here on these Thursday pins, we might be all right. It's not as crazy. I know when you get on that left side of the green, it gets pretty crazy. So we're going to try this one. I bet you see a lot of people putt it. I'm just playing a soft little lobby chip. Let it trickle on and then down. So Just like that. Probably see a mix of both as you do it. But yeah, not bad. Terrible tee shot. But yeah, when we're playing the series, what you learn is, and again, I have it set at 13 on the stamp, as fast as you can go. The greens at Augusta are faster than that. And we're playing super long, 7,600 yards, 7,500 yards. It's hard to play this fast a green with this many hills and this many shelves and hitting like 5 and 6 irons in. It's tough. So, if I'm looking at betting and stuff like that, you have to take somebody that hits it far. Like you just do. I think we were doing a little like thought process about it. I think putting gets overrated here. As we go, this is a 4 iron. Kind of towed it. Terrible swing. I'm on my betting rant right now. But what I was thinking about is like with putting, if you're not hitting the ball into good spots, like nobody's going to putt good here. Because it's just so difficult, You have to hit the ball into good spots. And the putts then become fairly routine or fairly easy, I guess routine by Augusta standards. Here we're going to try to, we're going to try a shot here tonight. This is the one you might see a little bit. This is called the high cut lob spinner. Derek Dominski down in Tucson coins this one. So we're going to we're opening this thing way up. And we're going to try to cut across it, almost hit it off the toe, and see if we can spin it. Might have done it. I'll take that. Yeah, I ripped some cover off the ball, so I like that shot. I mean, if I'm making bogey on 1 and 4, I'm not too mad about that. The birdie on 2 hurts, or not getting the birdie on 2. You feel like you can get that one back. And then we get to 5. Like I said, we got to get through 5, 6, 7, 6, depending on where the flag is. But five's a brute. As you can see at 500 yards. The key is just don't go out of bounds, right? Man, it's just like, I feel like I'm crushing that 260 carry. It's just everything's uphill. It's like, then you get the one hole that's downhill. It's hard. It is tough. They've made this place long. All right, 3-wood. Let's see what we can do. Front left pin or middle-ish left pin. So really just trying to travel up there, and we'll kind of deal with it. We'll deal with it as we go. But that was a good shot there. I think it was in the pine straw. So here's a little tricky one. Let's see here. So this green is crazy too. That's what makes it tough. We're going to throw up let's get up that map if we can. Trying. There we go. Okay. Oof. So again, we kind of got to decide. I want to land it above that green line. So there's a blue line there. I want to land it above that bluish green into the yellow. Try to get it to chase up that slope a touch. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah. Not sure what's going on tonight. But my GS Pro's like lagging a little. That's not usual. All right, 30. So we got to hit about 18. Gonna play it a little lower. Did pretty good. Pretty good. Land where I was saying I wanted to land it. I'll take that. So, like that shot. Okay, so what do we got here? 187. So 6 is when it depends a lot on the flag. You got to get it up this hill, or else on this pin everything's going to funnel to the left. So you got to really play a fade in there. So let's see. If you're going to play a fade, you can see how that's sloping to the middle. And the big thing is, we're going to see, we got to cover 179. I'm going to play it over here. Okay. It's down 7. So we're going to hit a 7 iron and see if we can get one going that way. So it's got to be fading into that slope. Or I can play it off to the right, try to draw it, but then you run the risk of it coming off hot when it hits the ground because you're drawing with the slope. Or you can just pull it at the middle of the green and then you're going to 3-putt it. Because it's going to work away. That's classic Augusta. You can't do that. Now I've got a very tough putt. And it's like, all right, I haven't hit too many great ones, but as we go. Yeah, I know there's a little delay. Mine's been more, this is more than normal right now for the delay, but oh well. Hey, it's night before Augusta. Already planning. I was watching a little on the range earlier. Augusta knows how to run apps, and their website's the best. Driver here. So this hole is the one that would give me the most scare. I'm not a huge fan of like straightaway holes. I think they're very difficult to manage. Pin was on the right, so it dictated we could go a little left. Big thing here is with the pin way on the right, it will slope into the it will slope to that pin as we go. So we're definitely going to need to see how much it goes up. So I know the pros will hit wedge in here and they spin it to this pin. I'm not hitting wedge though, unfortunately. That's where this gets brutal. Let's see. 4 up. I'm gonna hit 7 out of the rough. I'm coming out of the rough. We're just talking this through now. Coming out of the rough, it's gonna run a little. I'm really just trying to. The bunker's not gonna be that bad here. So let's see if we can get one there. I actually faded it and I didn't mean to. So it's going to come up short. Was not trying to fade it. If I would have going to fade it, I would hit a 6. So now we got to work out of the bunker. Now we get to see the challenge if you're in this spot, which is, okay, so bunker like this, what do we got to do? I do like having to figure out the strategy. I did notice, Mike, that with Augusta, now there's all the leaderboards and stuff. Like on the first tee, there was all the chairs. So maybe something happened with that. But so they had all the patron chairs and stuff going on. All right, so 15-yarder. I did get to play my first round outside. I played 9 holes the other day. Did hit some bunker shots. Had to hit my bunker shots a lot harder than I do in here, even off of this. So I did notice that. All right, so we got to get this one way up. It's on a little upslope, so that helps. And we're going to try to have to use some trajectory to see if we can stop this. Nope, that's going to roll away. Don't come back in the bunker. Don't do it. I think it's going to do it. Yep. There it goes. Well, this one's a little easier. So you can see, if you're watching this, the play, and this is where, again, it's the length comes into play. You know, having 30, 40, 50 more yards on me, they're hitting a wedge, they can land it beyond the pin. You would never try to come up short to this pin. You're trying to throw it all the way back and spin it back. Like, you would not mess with this because this exists. So again, it's just another thing about Augusta. Like, it is a bomber's ballpark. You have to. It's going to be a prereq that you have to hit the ball. Oh, that's going nowhere. Don't get it. Thank you. That's one thing I like about this mat, is if you try to get too fancy, you can do that. If I did that off of a reel, in a real bunker, that's what I would do. The mat is from Y Golf. It's linked below. It's linked in the pictures on the side. You get a discount with it. I love this thing. It's awesome. All right. Let's see. Splash it out. Man, come back on. That might be a play that you see, actually. Now that I look at that, I bet you see guys, if they get in that bunker, they're going to throw it up there. So, yeah, the mat's called the Bunker Mate. Let's try a putt. I saw there was a flight scope update. I did not do it yet for a firmware. I had a student in here to teach at the moment. So, we'll see. 5 feet, 5 yards, I mean. A little downhill. Lightning fast greens. Says I'm on the green. Okay. Well, that's what you get. You make double bogeys when you leave shots in bunkers. So that's kind of the beauty of this tournament. Is like, everybody knows how to play it well, right? Like, you can see somebody shoot 66 if you hit all the good shots, but if you do not hit the shots, you're going to get punished. Everybody knows what to do too. It's not a secret. Stay short of the bunker. Got under it a touch. We're definitely a little tired too. I'm excited. We're going to film a little tomorrow. We're meeting with another instructor, Billy Fitzgerald, out at Beverly Country Club. Golf course I have not played yet. We have a tournament there later this year. I was scheduled to play it in a tournament a couple years ago, and we got rained out. So, hoping, knock on wood, this year it goes through. So, just trying to advance up the right side, leave a little wedge in. This front pin is going to be kind of eagle central. These guys will be able to get there. Not me. We're going to play a little sand wedge in. And pull it. So now we're deep. Kick off the slope. How about a hard kick? Oh, now we're going to chip down this slope. This is going to be fun. What do we got? Yeah, just a little chip. It's kind of a bowl. Shouldn't be too bad. It'll roll out a little bit, but it should stop because now it's going back up the hill. So just gonna pitch it on. Just don't get out of control with it. And there we go. All right, see if we can get our birdie. Let's see. I want to see my ball speed on this one. Last night I hit 167. I was inspired, I guess you could say, by your if you follow him on Instagram, the Kyle Berkshire, and then you got Martin, I don't know how to say his last name, Borgmeyer. They were setting world ball speed records over the weekend. So, hit it pretty good. 162 for me there. Obviously a little fade, but which I wasn't trying to do. I was trying to get some draw. You'll see a lot of people over here. Man, I am good at finding these one little trees. Did that on the first hole too. Now what do you do? Well, what we'll do is we're going to try and slice it. See if we can, I don't know how much this tree is going to affect it. This is one in real life you would have a better idea if I could go under that tree. So we'll just try and slice it. It's going to be hard to slice it enough off of the pine straw, but the bunker shouldn't be too bad. So pine straw, you're losing spin. So same thing would happen from the rough. It's hard to hit like slices and draws. When I played at Valhalla last year, I did that. I tried one out of like some rough, and man, I hit a missile dead straight. And I did not need it at the time. I needed that ball to hook. All right, let's see. Bunker shot. Big thing here is just don't get cute. Try to slice under it too much. Just get it out. It's going to probably go across because it's so high up the hill. You know, you're hitting to such an elevated shot. All right, 3-wood. Yeah, all these master signs I believe are new. I don't think they had these. So that's cool. All right, let's see. You're going to see a lot of 3-woods off this one. It really depends. It's supposed to be kind of bad weather, so we'll see. I'm going driver. It's hard to hook a driver this much, though, but we're going to try for it. Got it. Just don't clip anything. Thank you. We got some luck on that one. Get this ball. There's this big speed slot down the left, and you can see that ball's going to run out. And we've got a reasonable shot. The hardest hole in the golf course. Typically, every year this one is. So, because you got to hit that hook, now I'm playing. You notice the downhill lie. Now I got it down here really far. I got it down here really far, so I've got a relatively flat lie, but it's still downhill. And then the green's kind of pitched up. If you watch the women's AM, you see if you miss left, you're dead. Right's not fun. I mean, it's just a hard shot. I didn't hit it hard enough. I babied that. That was a 9. I was worried about going long. And now I'm going to come with shorts. I didn't hit it bad. I just didn't hit it hard enough. And now we got to pitch up this hill. So the other thing you'll see a lot of, depending on the shot, this is a shot I'm trying to work on as well. We're going to try to play this lower and kind of roll it up this, okay? So I'm going to try to land it just past the auto putt circle. Ball's going to be way back. So if you can see it from in front of me here, and I'm almost going to like draw this and try to go up the hill like that. You're going to see a lot of that. It's a shot, takes some practice, but it's a much safer shot as you go, as you hit them. So that's one I would use a lot outside if it's not too wet where you play, if you got some fairway and you don't have a ton of room to work on. There you go. Man, these tees, 531. Oh, makes me tired just thinking about it. 531 par 4. Well, we better just muster it up here. I didn't get it all. Hit it okay, but not all. Look at how narrow this is too, where they brought this rough in. Man, it's a hard hole. All right, where's the pin going to be? back leftish, middle leftish on the water. So, you know, where you got to play it is out here. Got to try to hook it in. Ew. Up. Oh no, I hit the mulligan button on accident. Oh, I got to do it again. Well, we're going to see how consistent I can be. I normally don't have that on. But I was on course with the student. We were working on course, and so we turned it on for that. And I hit a bad one. Or not bad, but more left. Well, actually, this might actually be interesting. You get over here, and we're not doing that. I want to go here. We're going to take it at the bunker, kind of at the 12th green. Man, this just looks so good. I think it was Tech Bud that designed this. He did phenomenal. Helps to have the projector is awesome. BenQ really killed it with this. I'm very happy with that. It just looks so cool. My plan for the Masters, if you have an Apple TV, by the way, I have one up on there. So I had them in my studio so I could, before Roku's could do AirPlay. So you had to use an Apple TV before. So I have one up there. So you can do the 4-way coverage of that as you go. Yeah, so it's one of those things where you can have all 4. I'm planning on being out here. I got the bag chair over here. Like I said, we're filming tomorrow afternoon, and then the rest of the weekend's Masters weekend. 3 wood, honestly, just get it up here down the right. Depending on how firm it is, this might kick way left. You know, I don't know if I'd want that right now because of the 3-putt rule, but you know, you got to play it over there. You get it on the green at all, moving left, you go in the water, and with the way the water hazard is, that drop is no good. The drop will be no good. You'll actually probably have to drop way back with where it is. So we don't want to go in there. 27. We just don't want to get out of control going to the water. So just a little pitch. Should run out a little bit. Give me a couple more inches. Oh, brutal. No, I got it. Sweet. Yeah, just kind of got to pitch it up there. You don't want to take a risk going over that, and then you're in trouble. Left pin here, 158 downhill. I'm gonna hit a 9. The play on this one, if you're smart, is always at the tongue of the bunker, and then you can go from there. Basically, just hit it there, and then you never have that long of a putt. Because the green's not that big. Unless you block it right. This is the danger of this hole. Block it right, see you later. That's why this hole is such a great hole. I don't know if you can drop it there. And it's marked red. I'd love to play a heads up round. I can't do it now. I don't have that much time, unfortunately. When you have a 1-month-year-old, which I'm sure many of you can relate to, I'm now learning about the value of simulator golf. I'll tell you what, when I went and played, I went and played outside. Yeah, I love the game and all that, but man, it's like, there's a lot of things you just don't have to deal with when you play in here. It was really nice. I thought that would come out a lot more left because I'm on a 3.2 slope. It didn't. Now we got the impossible simulator 4-yard chip. See if we can keep it from going too far. just did. All right, what is that, double? All right, here we go, 522. Now this is not, this might be the new T. Okay. Camera out of battery. We'll turn that guy off. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the new T. So we'll be interested to see. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I'm not one of those, I don't like to jump on it until we see it. I have a feeling, I mean, if it's wet, it might make it harder to go for. But if it's firm and all that, maybe not. I just know for me, that's a good drive for me. Didn't get all, I mean, I didn't swing out of all of it, but that's not bad for me. See, like, you know, look how short I hit it, right? Like 270, I mean, 90% of the guys are going to hit it past that, you know? And the ones that aren't are the Champions Tour guys. So, I don't know. I don't buy that it's going to, like, make it crazy. Do I think it's going to make it harder? Yeah. You haven't seen, I think the hole has changed over the last few years. You know, I don't think it's, over the last few years, you really haven't seen a ton of shots go in the water. Like, you don't have a decision like this. Like, I'm going to give it a go. What the heck? This is not a smart play, by the way. But, you know, I'm aiming at the water. I bet this ball better draw. So, we'll see. And I'm taking enough club, it's probably going to go to the back of the green or over, but I can chip it then. And then you get this. This is exactly what they want. You're aiming at trying to draw it, and then you don't. Now you got a problem. There you go. So it's, you know, I haven't really seen, like, the thing I like about the hole is that, I like about Augusta in general, is that every hole can be like an eagle or a triple, depending on how you're playing. And honestly, it's not even that bad, like here. So I'm here in 2, I get up and down for a par. You know, let's just drop it here on the fairway, it's nice and flat. And we're going to pitch it up there. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Now, if it's the front pin, maybe, but, you know, I don't know. We'll see. You also, you know, the media also has to have stuff to talk about. Man, I'm just like off by a couple inches tonight on a few of these. Not playing great in general, but this is more. It's also really humid out here, and I got this hoodie on. We had those storms coming through this morning and yesterday, so it's left it like real humid out here. So we'll see how that goes for the year. 439 driver. Hit that one pretty good. You know, again, it's just differences. I've got a 7-iron in. Somebody's going to have pitch wedge. So, pin on the right. There's a giant slope on the middle of the screen, so you can throw it. You can throw it onto the left, like into the center. Again, if you have some cut spin, you can really use that. We're trying to see if we can get. Let's see, I'm trying to get my heat maps up. There we go. So we do want to get it back there. Let's take a look. Maybe. Let's see. Heat map. Give it to me. Third time's a charm, otherwise we're going without it. There we go. So yeah, everything kind of feeding to the right. Big false front on this blue area here, so you got to get it back there. So I'm going to hit I'm going to hit my 7. Again, I don't think I'm going to try to do too much. Easier said than done right now. We're not exactly smoking the ball. Wouldn't say we have the utmost control of it right now, but we'll just play it there, hit our normal shot, and maybe we get a kick. That's right. So there's an example. We don't have control of it. Well, we're going to give you a chore tonight. We should call this the if you do not hit it where you want to, this is what you will face. So again, another one out of the rough. You can see that slope to the left. This thing's going to roll off the green if we miss left. So got to play a little pitch. 25. Got to play that little pitch and runner that we were just talking about. Just didn't hit hard enough. That's, I guess, one of the dangers. I would definitely putt this in real life. But let's try it. 7-yarder. Go in. Oh. Just racking up the bogeys. All right. .560, par 5. Let's send it. We're gonna hit as hard as we can. If it's not great, then we just lay up. Don't pull it left. Get way left. Oh dear. I remember this when I played the rounds in the other videos. That tree was like right there. It really, like, you don't realize how much it overhangs, and it makes you think, like, all right, I essentially have to hit like a hook. Well, it's like, I don't know what we're gonna do here. Yeah, it's definitely a little buggier. Somebody said that new course update today, so a little buggier, I guess, but it's all right. Just pitching out, because I've never had any of these problems before. All right, so this is where Rose Zhang, if you watch the ladies amateur, this is the hole she should have laid up, and she even said that afterwards. It was a bad choice. I don't know, you know, I'd have to know like her distances and stuff, but I think it was more like everything kind of compounded on it. Yeah, she struck that shot bad, so it's hard to tell if the decision was really bad or if we're just playing, like, you know, if we're just playing, you know, oh, kind of results based. Oh, she had a bad shot, that's a terrible decision. Might have been a good decision, she just didn't pull it off. But she kind of started compounding everything, making everything go, you know, fast. Hit the chip way by, then hit the putt way by. I luckily made the putt back. You know, it just kind of looked bad from that standpoint. 102, we're going to hit a little sand wedge. Again, kind of a little, trying to like scoot it. With these back pins, I like to take them lower so the ball just goes back in the stance. And I try to see if we can bounce them in there and go. Oh, I hate these pins. There's nothing less exciting than these pins on this hole, because you basically have to hit it, and you're gonna just go down to the left, and then you gotta just long. It's just a lag putting fest. But yeah, I like to take those long ones low. This is a 6. Just trying to hit like a pretty good one. Again, maybe try to drive it a little bit. Back pins, I typically try to get the ball to release. I don't like to fly them back there, because, you know, if they go long, usually dead, especially here. Most of the time at this course, long is going to be dead. Plus the greens are firm. So Let's see. All right, let's see if we can just finish off strong. We have not played good. Just getting our tail kicked in. That's not a start. This is going to be fun. Just... Oh no, I hit the mulligan button. Don't do it. I think so. Hopefully I didn't hit it hard enough. Yeah, sweet. Alright. So we're in this spot. We're going to try to play it long right and pitch across. Again, I think I mentioned this in the breakdowns. This hole actually has become a hole I'm kind of very interested in. Just the way it is. It's kind of a forgotten hole, kind of sandwiched in between 18 and 16 can be exciting. But this hole is a very curious hole to me. Oh, I was on an upslope. Oh, I thought I was going to get super lucky. So, in being on the upslope, that ball shot up. Something you would pay attention to before you hit, normally. Not me right now. All right, 30. Let's go ahead and go. I'm going to try to play like a little, see if we can get one to skid. Skid and then, oh. I was trying so hard to get it to spin, I just juiced it. Very good. See how much spin we put on that one. 7,200. Kind of like that. All right, now we go to the exact opposite. Again, I would putt this in real life. We'll play just a little pitch and run. Pretty good. Again, pretty good right now is making bogeys. We just can't stop the bleeding. All right, one more to go. All right, getting a little work in before Augusta tomorrow. So you can see all these like gallery ropes and stuff on the sides. That's new. I think. I don't remember seeing that from before. That was a good one. We hit that one pretty solid. All right, we can go to sleep on that one. Man, that's like as good as I can hit one up this hill. I'm going to have 4-iron in. Ugh. Sad. Sad to say. I don't hit it as far as these guys. That's okay. I don't play 7,600 yards. 14 up, 200. I've got a 4. Got to try to get it up the slope. The pin's in the back. I don't think I did it. Maybe I did. Depends on how it rides up. The key to this is if you're going to do it, you gotta either land on top or land short, and then try to run it up. If you land into the hill, it's going to come back. So you got to land short and try to bounce it up, or you got to land it on top and see what you can do. My problem is I didn't have enough to get up the hill. I actually liked the shot I played. And now we're going to make a 3-putt. Because we were off by 12 feet from 200 yards, uphill 14. So, again, going to be a big display of who can drive it the best. That's Augusta. You got to drive it well. You need short clubs. Man, that's a lot of black and gray on there. Yeah. Ugh, that hurts. That hurts the ego. You got to drive it well. Distance and accuracy. Accuracy is, obviously important. You can't be playing from pine straw and stuff every time, but you just got to be moving the ball. You got to have wedges in so you can hit these tight spots and have the ball under control. The person that does that, they're going to give themselves a chance to win as they go. Nice finish. I wouldn't call it a nice finish. Actually hit good shots though. So I guess it is. I hit a good shot on 16. Didn't hit a good shot on 17. That was bad. 18, I hit 2 good shots and made bogey. That's just the frustrating part. I hit really 2 really good shots. But no, I appreciate it. Again, it's like I hit good shots. That's what this course does for you, is it makes you realize, like, all right, hey, I've got, I think I got it, and then it just, you're off by a yard or two, and it's going to punish you. So that's the beauty of the course. We all know the course. We know what it does, and you know, that's the beauty. We all know what shots they're trying to hit, and so now it's just, can they hit them? And so I think that's always cool to see, because you know, you start learning how many times people pull it off versus how many don't. So just cool stuff to see with it. But it's like Christmas Eve. I can't sleep. Got to try to go to get to bed at some point here. But this is awesome. So get in a little round and get previewed for it for tomorrow. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We will see you next week. And we actually Sunday got a good video for you. Actually got something for you to go practice with. So I got one of my favorite tools I use to teach. We'll be giving it away for free. So I'll talk about it. Sunday we'll give you the instructions and everything for it. So we'll see you then, all right? Have a good night. Enjoy the tournament, everybody. See ya.